What's the moment that made you decide being nice wasn't working anymore? I was 26 when I started working at Henderson & Associates as a junior graphic designer. My supervisor, Patricia, seemed overwhelmed on my first day. Coffee-stained blouse, hair falling out of a messy bun. "Thank God you're here," she said, shoving a stack of files at me. "I'm drowning." I stayed late that first week, helping her catch up. When she asked if I could cover a client meeting because she had a family emergency, I agreed without question. The emergency turned out to be a spa day, but I didn't say anything. It became a pattern. Patricia would arrive late, leave early, and dump her responsibilities on me. When clients called about delayed projects, I'd make excuses. When the department head asked about missed deadlines, I'd take the blame. "You're such a team player," Patricia would say, patting my shoulder. "I don't know what I'd do without you." Meanwhile, she was getting credit for my work. At meetings, she'd present my designs as collaborative efforts, using phrases like, "we developed," and "our team created." I told myself it didn't matter as long as the work got done. The breaking point came during our biggest client pitch. Peterson Industries was considering a complete rebrand, $1 million contract. Patricia had been assigned the lead, but handed everything off to me. "You're so much better at this creative stuff," she said. "I'll handle the business side." I spent 3 weeks perfecting the campaign. Late nights, weekend work, scrapping concepts and starting over. The final presentation was flawless. A complete brand identity that would transform their company. The morning of the pitch, Patricia called in sick. "Food poisoning," she croaked over the phone. "You'll have to present without me." I rushed to the conference room with my materials. The Peterson team was already seated, 5 executives in expensive suits, notepads ready. Halfway through my presentation, Patricia walked in wearing designer heels and a fresh blowout. No signs of food poisoning. "Sorry I'm late," she announced to the room. "Patricia Henderson, creative director." She slid into the chair beside me and immediately took over. "As you can see from our innovative approach," she began, clicking through my slides. For the next 20 minutes, she presented my work as her own. Every concept, every design choice became hers. When the Peterson team asked technical questions, she'd glance at me and say, "My assistant can provide those details." Assistant, not junior designer, not team member, assistant. The Peterson executives were impressed. They loved the campaign. As they filed out, their CEO shook Patricia's hand. "Brilliant work. We'll have contracts ready by Friday." After they left, she turned to me with that familiar smile. "Great job supporting me. I'll mention your assistance in my report." Something inside me snapped. "Assistance?" I said quietly. "Well, yes. You helped with some preliminary concepts." I pulled out my phone and opened the camera roll. 3 weeks of progress photos, sketches, wireframes, color studies, all time-stamped. "These preliminary concepts?" I asked, scrolling through dozens of images. Patricia's smile faltered. "What are you doing?" I forwarded the entire photo album to the department head, copying Patricia and the Peterson Industries team, documenting who actually created this campaign. Her face went white. "You can't. That's my project. Your project that you've touched exactly 0 times." I gathered my materials and headed for the door. "Where are you going?" she called after me. "To have a conversation with Mr. Henderson about intellectual property theft." 2 hours later, Patricia was escorted out by security. The Peterson Industries CEO called personally to apologize and requested I remain as project lead. 6 months later, I was promoted to creative director, Patricia's position. Last week, she called asking for a reference. I told her I'd be happy to provide one, completely honest and documented. "That's not fair," she said. "I taught you everything you know." "No," I replied. "You taught me that being nice to the wrong people is just being cruel to yourself." I hung up and got back to work on my next $1 million campaign.